Okie dokie. Oh good, it was quick.
Yeah, I'm surprised. At least the story dungeons are quick.
Yeah, the portrait.
Oh, wow.
Never get food.
Oh, yeah, I can point.
These two must have been in here before.
Oh my god, it's adorable.
I want it.
In before it's a minion drop.
I want it. It would be cute as a mini.
Buckle
Buckle
up.
up.
This boss is great. Look at his googly eyes. I love him.
It's freezing my toes. Interesting. Oh no. No, over here.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
back here.
Ah, fuck.
That's a tough one to read. Rounding way, isn't that a rampant?
I think. Ah, so that bird from the cutscene is probably going to be the boss.
Makes sense to me.
Rude. Well, thanks for the tip, I guess. Next dungeon might have better gear for us, because this seems right out on eye level, right below it.
660, yeah.
So next dungeon, maybe. I mean, in terms of item level. I don't look at their stats, to be honest. Also, I think modification working the way it does, I fill up the gauge faster. Because Ver Flare and Ver Holy add to the gauge. It's only the melee combo takes away from it. Let's just fight a boss, because that works like this. Pattern to pieces. Why did they make the text a little more obvious this time around? You know that was a good guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
You don't see those mechanics in movies as well. The circling things.
The circle of things confused me. It's useless. Uh-oh. Took away. All the slaying stuff.
I know, right?
I mean, that's useful for Reaper, I guess, but I don't have monk level at all, really. It's like a level 30. Sorry, I went looking for a snack bar up there. I found some pretzels.
You're good. Are you worried I'm hearing you crunch? Because I
Yeah.
can't hear anything.
Okay.
This dungeon's pretty fun so far.
Mm-hmm.
You got some interesting boss mechanics.
That thing must be
Did he bonk you a few times? He bonked me a few
He's
times.
been bonking me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he pulled to the wall for this one. But I think there's these mobs that won't do that. Look at this fucking club. Jesus Christ! Don't zoom in on his face. Spooky. Okay. Huh, wasn't expecting this.
I am Gur Fulur, Elector of the Dawn Servant. Prepare to be tested.
You know, I was wondering if we were going to fight an Elector at one point.
Wonder no more.
Prove you are worthy to rule. Chronicles of Earth, return the hunger of roiling waters.
So blue is knockback?
Chronicles of Earth, recount the fury of erupting beaks. I will take the measure of your resolve.
That's a huge mark.
Well, you can't
Go
miss a
ahead.
stack now.
Implacable strength of the mountain, be mine!
I shouldn't touch those.
Can we pop them? Oh,
Wait. No,
collect
pop
them, collect them,
Yes.
collect them.
Spirit of my brethren, your thunder roars! That you should endure my fury. Chronicles of Hell, recall the cruelty of merciless storms.
Blue is a push. Green is a
Don't watch the AoEs.
So you can either have it push you to safety, or you can use knockout protection.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Hey.
And a level up.
Although I think you're a little ahead of me. Cool. Enhanced second wind! Pog champ! This healer is pretty good. They get the shit out of my commendation.
Very good, claimant. Once more, I name myself Gurfulur, High Luminary to my people, and chosen Elector
this
of
guy
the
wasn't fun
Dawn
to voice act.
Servant.
You are much bigger than the others in the village.
All Yokwi were once my equal in size, but ever since we were decimated by disease, it is rare to see a child reach our former stature.
You speak of the contagion which afflicted the Shaktural expedition? The one recorded in your murals?
It is a chapter of our history that is entangled with the legend of the Golden City.
I've heard that legend originated with the Yokwi. Is this true?
With the visions our ancestors had, to be precise. Preceding the campaign into Shaktural, many were visited by dreams of glittering splendor. They described a paradise that knew neither war nor famine, where people lived lives of eternal happiness. A single dreamer might have been dismissed, but when dozens, if not hundreds, spoke the same, the luminaries became convinced it was divine revelation.
Then the expedition.
Its purpose was to find the City of Gold. Yes, help was marshaled from all the territories under our control. Lands were scoured on a massive scale.
Ah, little wonder the legend is so similar across Tural. Those involved with the search would have passed the stories down to their children.
Another claimant, I see. I will test your worth, as I have tested those who came before you.
Here and now, I think he
They need an
means.
extra DPS.
Nah, they're good. They got Thancred. Okay, you guys have fun.
Can we watch? Oh.
Probably not.
NPCs kind of suck
or maybe
at
we did. Or
mechanics.
maybe we did watch. Oh, maybe we didn't.
I don't know what's happening. Did they fight or not?
I think
they
I
did.
think they skipped. Like, no, we didn't. We technically didn't get to watch. No, we did, but we didn't.
Okay.
Well fought, second promise. For you and your sister's success in performing the feat of proof. You both shall be rewarded.
Three to go.
How glorious it would have been to race thee and thine to the summit. Though mayhap not whilst being hounded by Bakul Jaja and his minions.
Again, that swine shows his disdain for the right.
Strangely, despite his eagerness to antagonize us, He withdrew as soon as we fought back in earnest. I cannot fathom what he was trying to achieve.
Annoyance?
On a similar note, I'm also curious as to why you chose the peak of Warcore Zormor for the conclusion of this feat. The earlier stages saw us learn the history of the Yoqui. Does this location also hold some special meaning for your people?
Yes, it is a place of great significance.
All these monuments. Is this a burial ground?
Every high luminary before me is enshrined in this earth. Alongside them are the heroes who bravely stood their ground when Valigarmanda brought ruin to Urkopacha 8 decades past.
That explains why there are so many.
Oh, hi, Zorro.
Zorolja, I should have known you'd arrive here first.
Don't you remember he literally blocked us off on the way up? Oh, hi, dude.
Ah, third promise. How relieved I am to find you in good health.
Zorolja, you bastard! I should end you here and now!
Remember where you are. You will mind your conduct, or you will leave.
It's a sacred place, Voklamat.
Right. Sorry.
I see no reason to delay further. Show me my father's sepulchre.
Papa has a grave?
Upon this monument are inscribed the names of those who sealed away the monstrous Valigarmanda, your fathers included.
Gulul Jaja, Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace.
Look at this one. Kettenram, Navigator of Uncharted Oceans.
Oh, that scholar.
Kettenram, the Laminsan explorer. Does this mean he joined Gulul Jaja on his travels?
Kafkiwa, Seeker of the Unknown. How strange to see your name here.
Is that your teacher? You mentioned them.
It was unheard of to build living sepulchres for those who were not Yoqui. But their great deed demanded recognition.
Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace? Papa really did some amazing things.
He carved his path with martial skill.
Yet it was clever thinking which allowed him to trap Valigarmanda within its own ice magics.
Martial skill and clever thinking. I can't compete with Zorolja's mastery of the Head of Resolve's techniques. And when it comes to knowledge,
The power of
Kona's the one who most takes after the Head of Reason. Is there anything that I've gotten from Papa? Something I do better than the others? Of course. Papa's love for peace, for his people. That is what he's given me. And I'm fighting to preserve the peaceful Tural he built. hells was that?
You must return to Warlar's Echo immediately. Valigar Manda has broken free.
I presume that was about the unholy sound?
Valigar Manda is free.
We need to get back there, now!
How fortuitous. We have been gifted an opportunity to outpace our rivals.
You're behind this.
Definitely. Oh. It's pretty far away.
Oh, because I might be able to teleport.
Yeah, you can chase mine.
I think Zaralja is aware of what his friend is doing, and I think he might confront him later. Good, you're back. There was much I would explain, but by the time I arrived to investigate a sudden surge in ether, there were already fallen giants everywhere. Right now, everyone is preoccupied with treating the wounded. Pray catch your breath and then lend a hand where you can. '96? If you are ready, there are many injured who are here who need aid. Should you find anyone passed out from their wounds, I ask you to alert me to them. Otherwise, I shall be tending to whom requires the most urgent healing. We can gather here once we've seen to these people's hurts. Salt piece swallowed. The third promise is protector. Everything was bathed in bright red as searing heat enveloped my entire body. I couldn't move.
Yeah.
Well, it is basically a god.
In other words, primal.
Yeah, but not a primal in the literal sense.
It seems like the what are they called? The Vidral. It seems like those beasts are kind of on par with primals in terms of power.
I think it's more like a literal god, technically. My wounds are nothing serious, but this dryness in my throat, it's all as if all the moisture has left my body. They're more akin to the gods in Kugane, like Susanoo or Lakshmi. No, Suzaku. The four
I know what you're talking
lords.
about, yeah.
Yeah, them. It's more like them.
Yeah, they described them as like beasts, but that
like
just had like an ungodly amount of power or something like that.
Well, they live longer than their normal lifespans, and as a result, just got stronger from it. Everything burns. A touch of cloth is agony, yet I will live. Leave me. There are others who are in more dire need of help. Okay. Whatever you say, dude. Thancred! Is that Thancred? Many of the villagers sustained burns, but the fire found no purchase in these stone buildings. A small mercy.
Whoa, do you see this right here?
Huh?
This rock texture is glitching out.
It is. Urion just says fire ether pervades the entire village. What happened here? Well, it has control over ice, lightning, and fire. That's what the dude said.
I wonder if that's how that guy released the thing from its ice. Fire.
Well,
ether,
it is very possible it just freed itself. But I think about Gujaja and Saralja had something against it.
The timing's too convenient.
Well, I'm not saying that, like, it could be very convenient. I wouldn't put it past Square Enix to just say it's convenience and for it to be like a red herring. But I do suspect that Saralja and Bagujaja has something to do with it. I don't know how I came for now. The injured you found were awake and alert then. As well. We've left the injured as comfortable as we could. They were suffering from the burns to a greater or lesser degree. Did a fire sweep through the village? The details are unclear. Once I'd healed the giant attacked by that mountain bird, the group's leader, Warpurler, I believe they called him, bade me depart. It was then that I felt an intense wave of ether and returned to find Warlar's echo in this state. I rushed over to the first giant I saw. Though delirious with pain, he repeated the same warning. Valigar Manda had broken free, thus did I contact you with all haste. Well, we're going to need more information than that before we can deal with the situation. Yes, we should speak with the temple guard, see what's become of the Sky Ruins prison.
I feel like we should get a bonus crystal if we put this thing back in the grave.
Bonus. Heidelin isn't even alive anymore. She don't get any more crystals of light.
No, like for the trial or whatever.
Oh, that's not how that works. A high luminary grants you
wish.
entry and awaits you within. Well, considering we did lose one, that'd be nice. Just give us Bakul Jaja's keystone. He don't need it anyway.
What happened?
Oh, it's gone.
Yep. It's an empty-ass room.
So it's true. The ice has failed.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me.
A short while ago, a claimant paid us a visit.
Ah, he has nothing to do with it. Oh, right, we have the echo. That's a thing we still have.
Still kicking around.
Who enters this hallowed hall? Ah, a claimant.
Oh, and here we have the mighty Valigar Manda.
A terrifying Vitral. With every awakening, it has seared its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
What a good little terror. You've stayed napping right up until the day I needed you.
Explain yourself.
Ooh, it is as they say. Kulul Jaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever. To unmake it, it would be quite tricky. 2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul. The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve. And the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
He did break it out.
You mustn't!
But I already have. Rise and rage, little terror.
This disqualifies him, right? I think this should disqualify him.
I should have been disqualified a long time ago.
Well, yes, but this should for sure disqualify him.
Yeah.
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
For the throne, of course.
You unleash calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
I think he cares.
Wreak havoc, Valigarmanda. Live up to your legend.
A messenger to Tuli Yolol has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
That idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him.
So, what's the plan?
Let me fight it.
If we leave the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre. Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler. So that's that. I will stay and fight Valigarmanda. This is an enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance. I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession. But for the sake of Urkopacha and its people, I beg you, join me in this battle.
Look, Lamont, I literally say gods as a sport.
Drawn to the chaos. You're as bad as Papa. Don't worry. The Sky Ruin should prove a big enough challenge for all of us.
Far be it from us to abandon a dear comrade in her time of need.
Dear comrades now, eh? I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it. Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
And what will we do?
One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
But... so they're gonna race on ahead. Okay, have fun! We'll catch up eventually.
If you resolve to slay Valigarmanda, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
Something tells me Koana wouldn't
inform the Bello of
to
the
fight this thing.
danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
I think it's more that Kona might actually have faith we can take care of it.
Well, I know you and I can kill this thing. Well, Matt
yes.
definitely can't.
You know what? It's okay. So, Erenville, any ideas on how we can track about Valigarmanda? The tried and true method of comparing sightings with other signs of passage is the most reliable, but also the most time-consuming. There is a second option, not as reliable as the first, but if we're lucky, it will let us ascertain Skyrim's whereabouts far more quickly. Though a Tural Vidral is of extraordinary nature, Valigarmanda is still a creature of this world. Like you and me, it is thus sustained by corporeal energy and possesses a unique ethereal balance, which means this device should come in handy. It's a minion. A floating hand? No, it's not the time to be playing with toys. No wonder that he said handy the way he did. This is no toy, it's an ether seeker. As the name suggests, gleaners use it to detect the ether of living beings. And you've had that in your pack this whole time? I can calibrate to follow a specific ethereal aspect. The problem with Valigarmanda, however, is that I can shift freely between the elements of fire, ice, or lightning. Well, we know that in order to awaken Valigarmanda from its icy imprisonment, Valguljaja cast spells which quickened its fire-aspected ether. And the residents here were uniformly afflicted by burns. Therefore, the logical conclusion is that upon breaking free, Valigarmanda unleashed a great fiery blast. Then the choice is plain: fire. The Seeker, however, is not without its faults. As we were not able to input our quarry's unique etheric signature in advance, the device will respond to any living source of fire-aspected ether. So we have the reliable yet slow method of information gathering, versus the potentially swift but easily misled Gleaner tool. I say, why not pursue both methods at the same time? Good idea. We'll have the first to fall back on if the second fails. You travel with me then, Ignis, in case the Seeker leads me to some other fiery fiend. I got your back, Aaronville, don't you worry. The rest of us can stay behind and talk to eyewitnesses. The more Skyrim sightings we can compare, the more accurate our information will be. If no one has any objections, I shall remain here in the village and tend to the Yokoi. Very few are seriously injured, but I am wary of wounds inflicted by a creature like Valigarmanda. I should like to be close at hand should their condition suddenly worsen. Right, it sounds like we have all have work to do. We should be on our way as well. We'll head to the outskirts of the village first, then set the Seeker to detect fire-aspected ether. I guess that makes sense. That whole village is probably still coded, isn't it? That is a neat little device, though.
Yeah, it's handy. Oh no, I didn't mean to make a pun.
Wait, you really didn't mean to say that?
No, it just happened.
Here, I thought you did that on purpose.
No.
Right, the Seeker's ready to go. Wolderall's echo is still suffused with the Skyrim's residual ether, so I have excluded it from the search area to prevent it from swamping the sensors. Let's begin tracking, shall we? Alright. Affirmative. Tracking nearest source of fire-aspected ether.
No, not that black mage.
We're gonna fight the fire sprite, if that's any indication up there.
Yeah, see that Reaper at the same time.
No. But it's alright.
Wow, they really set up the battle for a little mob.
Process of elimination, huh? Necessary measure, I'm afraid. Let's try this again. Aaron Bill, how can you lug around that bag the entire time? You must be used to it, I guess.
Probably.
I see a fire critter. That's actually a hunt mark I need, so that works out.
Oh, perfect.
And that finishes up my hunts. Alright, so I can take that off my hot bars now that I'm done with all my hunts. Oh yeah, that makes sense that it would play out this area. Oh, another remnant of Balagramonda's last rampage. The creator's flame registered to the seeker as corporeal ether. In the words of the Tuliel saga, when Balagramonda rages out of control, its fire burns forever, its ice does not thaw, and its lightning crackles without cease. Thus was the Dawn Servant able to turn the Skyrim's perpetual magic against itself, trapping it within an unmelting prison of ice. This is no mundane fire, but some kind of everlasting sorcery. Once again, it is a strange feeling to see fanciful poetry proven true. The important thing is that the fire was classified as living ether. We can feed a sample into the seeker and greatly improve its accuracy. One moment.
Can't you use that as an infinite fuel source?
In a way. There. Now the seekers should ignore any ether signature but Balagramonda's. Had I realized this was possible from the start, then you needn't have fought those creatures at all. My apologies. It seems I still have much to learn from this journey, as a gleaner and as a guide. Oh, you're fine, Aaronville. This time the seekers should be attracted solely to Balagramonda's ether. Resume tracking based on the latest sample. Affirmative. Resume tracking. Sample ethereal signature detected. Engaging accelerated pursuit mode. Accelerated pursuit. That's honestly a kind of a fair distance away.
What was that down there? Is it a city? Oh yeah, we've been there.
So I think it's one of the ones we've been to.
Wow, look at all the fire pit area things.
I know you didn't really notice them before because of the sun, but they're all noticeable now.
It's quite ominous in the dark.
A little bit. Well, at least you can use it as a landmark if you get lost at night, I guess.
Yeah.
Good, the Seeker has wandered this fire ruin's fire. Now we know we set the correct parameters for its ethereal aspect. I'll try increasing the threshold up the other concentration. That should direct us to the Tural withdrawal itself. Recalibrating sensors. Resume tracking. Oh yeah. Pardon me, tree. I think any other ether currents are probably back on the other side of the map. I think we found all the ones on this side already. When I use the current, it keeps pointing in the direction to the other part of the map.
Yeah. Oh, it's telling me west now. Maybe there's one in this cave.
Maybe. I think we noticed that Valgamano is inside this passage. Let's head through to the other side. I don't think there's one in the cave. Maybe on the other side of the cave?
Probably. Oh, this is the...
That's where the murals are,
cave.
yeah. Did it break?
The trail ends here,
above
it
us.
seems. Could Valigarmanda have shifted its elemental aspect? It does have 3 to choose from, after all. In any case, I'm almost certain the Vidral was headed in the direction of Warkor Lardor. We should let the others know we have a likely location.
I think if it was above us, it would have just pointed up.
Alphino is assisting the Yokhoi with their evacuation. He thought they could use a healing hand with the injured.
So where is Valigarmanda?
Warkor Lardor. Its stratified layers contain a wealth of crystals, said to be the source of its many-colored glow. After 80 years of imprisonment, the Vidral will be in dire need of sustenance. It would have been drawn to the mountain's energies.
So Valigarmanda seeks to replenish its ether.
Then we'd better not give it the chance.
Stop! That mountain is sacred ground. I forbid you to set foot on it.
Sorry, It is not our intention to trespass. But you must understand, that's where Valigarmanda has gone. If we don't slay it now, it will slaughter countless innocents. Just like in the old days, I beg you, permit us to enter.
Out of the question. Your band is incapable of defeating Valigarmanda. Either you seek to defile Warkor Lardor, or you are fools.
If you doubt their chances, how would you feel were we to join them?
Oh, they did come back.
The monument to Valigarmanda's defeat bears the names of 7 heroes. With our forces combined, we also number 7.
Seven weaklings are no less doomed than 4.
Zoralcha, you've come to help as well.
Against my sound advice. While the rest of you were tussling with this sky ruin, we might have secured an insurmountable lead. A minor delay. It will not change the contest's outcome. I would take the measure of his Tural Vidral my father was unable to kill.
With both my brothers here, this battle is all but won.
Your celebration is premature. I never said I would let you pass.
Okay, I want to see you fight Zoralja and still think that.
Brother, no! We do not bear arms against our own people!
What an odd thing to say. As I recall, the inhabitants of Chirwagur Sultan do not consider themselves members of the Tuliyolal nation. I'd hardly call them our own people.
What does that matter? Members or not, everyone in Tural is part of our dream for peace. If you would hurt them, then you'll have to go through me.
She saved me from the mountain bird. Now, then, the same eyes. Eyes of stone. Words of stone. We are still in her debt. This is true. Consider the debt repaid. But do not misunderstand. We do not submit to Tuliolan rule.
Aye, you've made your point. We can talk more once the contest is over.
I ask your name.
Wuklamat, protector of peace, and soon-to-be Dawn servant.
Okay, bye. I guess.
Even people with wildly different ideals can find understanding through earnest discussion. I believe that, wholeheartedly.
As do I. I won't give up until we reach a compromise.
Assuming you survive, my old bones and I will be waiting here for the true heir's return.
Dude, shut up. Nobody cares what you think.
Your thoughts have always been a mystery to me, brother. But I'm relieved to see you put aside the contest for the sake of the greater good.
Our nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. The more that are lost or broken, the weaker Tuliyolal becomes. Even the crudest rock has value as a stepping stone.
Come on, you two. Forget about the right of succession for now, and help me fight this overgrown snake bird. I don't care how strong the Sky Ruin may be. We're going to put this menace down for good.
So is there like a trust option?
There is.
Huh. I have to try that once. Not right now.
Yeah. That's cool though. They did kind of be like, ooh, we got 7 people. Oh, now it's 8. It's like that's just conveniently the same exact number of people you need for a full party.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't care about my portrait right now. I got more important things. Oh, rainbow.
Focus. We're finding a monster.
But there was a rainbow. No, Pictomancer. Someone's been busy.
Yeah. Oh, he's meat.
Don't fall off.
It's still out.
Out.
The whole raid got hit with that.
Owie.
I'm guessing that's black.
I got the other healer up. Yeah, center. No.
Oh no, this
Close.
is. Inside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in.
close side.
Cone.
What the fuck is that? Frozen?
Oh.
Oh, he swapped elements.
Uh-oh. Avalanche.
Keep moving, keep moving. Gonna be like, yep. My monitor's broken.
Spacey.
Okay, he's changing to lightning.
Feels like a storm cloud.
There's gonna be lots of AoEs on the ground. Okay, never mind. What the fuck is that? Gravity shit.
Oh, God, I hate that.
Up. Flames explode?
Bolts of lightning. No, stay down. Stay down. There you go. Lightning goes to the highest point.
Okay, alright, we're gamers. We're gaming.
We got this.
Oh, tank buster, tank buster.
Yep. Healer. Sack. That's not good. It's a DPS and a heal check. That's my favorite.
Oh, that guy's sorry. Oh god.
He looks angry.
It's angry.
He's a little bit. Hey, eruptions are cheating. Yep.
Oh, good call.
Oh no, that's the cone.
God damn it.
That was the cone one. Oh, damn it. I messed it up. use LD yet. I pulled on through. Oh, clear the other two DPS. Use it.
It is.
And okay, I need to learn the difference in his animations. Because he glows red for both.
Yeah, I think when he raises up, he glows.
Ah, damn it! I got hit by the other thing. Thank you.
Oh, cone.
Oh no! Out of the ledge. Sorry, Bard. I fell out of mana for having to raid earlier. Stay clickers. Lightning? I don't think we've seen that one yet. Oh no, that's that one. Okay, Skyrune's that. He's going. Oh, over here, baby. Stay low, away from the rivers.
Yeah, we're gonna die. Okay, that was pretty fun.
I actually had to sit up. I've been chilling in my chair all day. I actually had to sit up for that one. Oh, you know his extreme is gonna be insane.
Oh, honestly, looking forward to it. Oh my lord. Oh yeah, these poor healers. I'll give it to one of them.
I had to actually sit up for that one.
We did it. We slew Valiarmanda. A feat that even the great Gulul Chacha couldn't manage. For you, Papa!
There's no denying it was an impressive achievement, but I wouldn't be so quick to claim we've outdone Father. The Fidral was weakened by decades of imprisonment. Had we faced it in its prime, we wouldn't have fared a fraction as well.
How can you say that? 80 years couldn't have made that much of a difference. Could it? Oh, who am I kidding? Papa's still the best. I did, didn't I? Even if it wasn't at full strength, we defeated a living legend. I swear, I'll surpass the old man one day.
The Sky Ruin lies dead, and still, I've yet to prove myself the miracle.
Well, I suppose we should head back and join Erenville.
We did leave him with only Sarelja for company.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to stay with him either. Your proud expressions bespeak a successful hunt. Not that I'm surprised in the least. Zoraljal came back earlier, but left almost immediately with Zoraljal in tow. He seemed disinclined to share in any victory celebrations. That's nothing unusual for Zoraljal. No, it's Falco Jaja that concerns me. He's probably far ahead now, making the most of the mayhem he caused. I still can't believe he did something so evil just to slow us down. If we hadn't slain Valigarmanda, it wasn't only Erkopacha at risk, there would have been deaths across the entire continent. I'm more certain than ever that Falco Jaja cannot be allowed to rule. I have to catch him and take back my keystone. Feet of ice. The Akhoi must still be anxious, wondering where and when Valigarmanda will strike next. I suggest we hurry back and allay their fears. Alfie knows as well, I should think. Yes, you're right. We shouldn't let them worry another moment. Interesting how it was supposed to be like the Scions against each other, and yet they've helped us like 3 times now.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll finish the contest in the base game, or if that'll continue into the patches. Before we do
I'm
anything
sure
else.
it'll finish in the middle, and then like the second half of the story will be like a second plot line.
Let's see, we have there's 7
To the
keystones.
temple, then.
That won't be necessary. Heroes of the hour. Valigarmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song.
We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town, but the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
A second feat?
The feat of ice. You are to fortify Valigarmanda's prison. How shall we proceed, High Luminary?
What more would we test, Zulmurwar? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs to Kulul Jaja, then no one is. Now that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities. For the skill and bravery the 3 of you have shown, I award you each a second keystone.
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands. He will answer for that. And for losing Valigarmanda.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home. and earn the gratitude of every Yokwi. May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolal as we enter this new age.
Was never much of a talker, our brother. If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
Ha! I'll consider it. If it's one of you two who claims the throne.
Then you need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
Today is a day for unusual visitors.
You woke Lamat, was it not? I doubted you could slay Valigar Manda, but the quiet skies proclaim your triumph. Had the Vidral been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all. Once again, we find ourselves in your debt.
You owe us nothing. We fought because we wanted to.
Yet a debt has been incurred. All the same, it will haunt me if I do not repay it.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
Oh, good idea. That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
Didn't you say you didn't know what to ask?
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
What did your forebears see?
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict. Every building was a palace, and in their midst reigned a silent goddess, a statue so tall even my kin would need lift their gaze to behold its visage.
A statue of a goddess. That's new.
Aye, and compared to the abstract imagery we'd previously heard, this was a detailed description.
The dreamers were consumed by their visions, compelled to seek out the paradise they'd been shown. They journeyed to Shaktural, where they died in droves.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Wuk-Evu shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
Perhaps. Who can know the truth of it? Once our ancestors left the forest, there were no more dreams, nor
dreamers.
The forest? What do you mean?
From the very first, the visions were set to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yaktel. But after they were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns, they were forced to abandon that territory. Once our people's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete, we never again dreamed of the Golden City.
So only Yokwi in that one specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
Well, we're headed to Yaktel next. Maybe we'll find out more when we get there. Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
I do not require gratitude. I merely repaid a debt. Farewell, Wook Lamat. I do not think our paths will cross again.
Interesting. Isn't the Golden City just Solution 9? I don't think Vorpal and his brother will have a sudden change of heart about Tuliyollal, but that doesn't mean they'll never change at all. Today is proof of that. I think it's time we return to Tuliyollal. After scaling Tural's tallest mountain and battling legendary beasts to the death, even dauntless heroes like you could probably use your best. In any case, there are preparations to be made before we can visit the next destination laid out in the saga. The respite would be most welcome. I believe I hear the forward cabins calling our names. Well, that was exciting.
It was. Man, the MSQ is still only 93. So, like, if you're basing it off the levels, we're about 30% through the story.
We already have 5 of the 7 keystones.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing the Golden City and Solution 9 are related somehow.
Yeah, there's definitely more to this. Okay, bye, Earnville.
I know, like, the trailers and stuff, they showed off, what is it? Oh, I guess we don't go to the end. We actually physically go to the end. Yeah, I know they showed off, like, futuristic soldiers and stuff that look kind of themed after Solution 9. I'm sure there's a whole, like, story arc involving that.
Yeah. It is a nice cabin.
Sure put a vacation outfit on.
Boop.
You have a moment? There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
What's up?
So,
Look what much.
Yeah. It's just too stuffy in here, that's what. We should go outside. Aye, a nice walk in the fresh air. That's what we need.
What does she want to... What if I wanted to relax?
She about to confess or something?
I know, I was like, is she gonna confess her love? What's going on? Nice comfortable end, but oh, I know, I'll take you. Okay.
Come on. We just got to relax.
I feel like I should put on my other glamour because you're in your OG one.
Well, I thought you meant a vacation one since we're at the vacation. Do I have one? I have this one.
I put together...
this is vacation-y.
I put together 4 different ones depending on what was going to go on. Like, I have one for like a cold area, like a jacket and everything, and the one that my white mage is wearing, and then a pajama one in case of the situation where we end up... oh, there's the other net back here. What am I doing? We end up in a situation where I can sleep, have a sleepy cutscene. So I just remember there's an Ethernet back here. I don't know why I was running. AVG, I don't got time for your pop-ups.
Dude, look at this lizard play with his kid. He's like tossing him in the air.
Oh yeah, I saw that earlier when we were running around. Peshiwa, what are you doing up and about? Is your back feeling better? This much shield now, so don't make a fuss. Besides, I can't be lounging in bed all day when you're out there fighting your hardest to win the throne. You're the claimant with the greatest love for peace. I love this nation of ours, and lending you my support is the least I can do. When I see you smile like that, how can I not be encouraged? There's plenty more who believe in your cause. I can recruit a whole battalion of friendly faces if you think it'll help. Yours alone is more than enough. Thank you, Peshiwa. And thank you, Third Promise. I shall pray for your success in the contest. All those smiling faces. Sorry, Ignis, I'm getting distracted. It's just that with the progress you made in the contest, even these everyday encounters feel much more special. Do you think we can take our time and maybe wander around a little first? Then we can head to that spot I was thinking of. You're the one that invited me out.
Man, she really is gonna confess, huh?
I know, right? Nice view wherever she took us.
Not the tree behind the high school.
This is much better. I used to come here all the time when I was little. I'd look out over the whole city, and whatever worries I had would seem so small. Do you remember what I said at the top of Orkor Zormor? that I would fight to preserve Papa's peaceful Tural? Well, I've been thinking a lot since then about what peace really means. If it's just the absence of war. And it brought to mind all the best parts of our journey so far. I realized nothing gives me greater joy than the happiness of others. Life has its ups and downs, but the company of family and friends and the music of their laughter is what makes it worth living. And as silly as it might sound, I've come to believe that those smiling faces are the best measure of peace. With eternal life and no struggle or conflict, it's certainly an ideal worth striving for. Who knows if we could make such a world a reality? But renouncing war and conquest seems like a good place to start. So, this is my plan. When I become Dawn Servant, I'll build on Papa's peace. Our people will live together in happiness! It's just like Kryl said. By taking the time to hear their concerns, understand their feelings, and consider how best to serve, with each passing day, I'll be that much closer to becoming the leader I want to be. It's hard for me to say how much I've changed since the contest began. But there's one thing I can say with confidence. I wouldn't have come this far without you as allies. If it wasn't for you all listening and feeling and thinking along with me, I would have never learned so much, and in so short a time. There are 2 keystones left. After everything that's happened, and imagining what could happen, are you still willing to walk this path with me? Thank the gods for that. Well, I've nothing else to get off my chest. I need to head to the palace, but I'll see you back at the cabins.
Why does the Warrior of Light sleep like that?
He's got his boots on. What are you doing? Take your mask off too, buddy. What the fuck?
No, I just mean like they sleep stiff as a board. I don't know if I could sleep with such an open spot. Of such an opening like that all the time. I think I'd be too nervous about something getting in.
Yeah, that is weird. You'd get eaten alive by bugs, right?
I would for sure.
Yeah, you're tasty.
Okay, look here. You look to be in good spirits. I assume your leisure time was well spent. I was glad to snatch some quality sleep myself. After all, it will soon be back to the road for us. I'm sure the others will be along shortly. I do hope everyone has rested well. Now that we have refreshed ourselves somewhat, let us consider all claimants as they currently stand. Zoralja and Kona have completed every feat thus far and hold 5 keystones apiece. Wilklamat would be equal with them, but for Bakuljaja's thievery, which has left us 1 short. That conniving braggart didn't so much as lift a finger for the feat of proof and wreaked havoc for the feat of ice. He can't have more than 3 keystones at most. He may think he can simply steal what he needs to win, but he's sorely mistaken. I'll be taking back what is mine, this I swear. I fear that reclaiming your keystone may not be enough. That is, if Baku Jaja unleashing Valigarmanda is any indication. Using this lead, I anticipate he will move to obtain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may find ourselves being forced to take from one another. I can't say I'd be comfortable with that. But neither will I surrender my claim to the thrones so easily. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of my people, I'll do what I must. The last 2 keystones we require are those of the Lay of Repasts and the Lay of the Brotherhood. The former depicts the cessation of hostilities between the Mamulja and Barl of the forest of Yaktel, specifically near a village called Ikbrak. That's where I was born, if you recall. I haven't been back there since Papa took me in when I was a baby. Where the Lay of the Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga, it is said that a foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawn Serpent, but little more than that. Eorzi has a similar tale. The explorer Captain Ram befriended a 2-headed king known as the Autarch before commencing his travels across Tyrell. He journeyed here several times afterward, but was ultimately lost at sea. At least that is the commonly held belief. Your 2-headed king certainly sounds like Papa. So this Kenan Ram fellow must have come to Tuliyollal. But if he indeed arrived some 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet, vestiges of Yokhoi architect notwithstanding. Wait, you said Autarch, didn't you? The Kenram must have met with the Dawn Serpent and Mamuk. Mamuk is at a city. One of the grandest in Tyrol once upon a time. And they say the Mamulja's homeland. It too lies in Yaktel, not far from Ikbrak. Then all these things considered, Yaktal seems the obvious choice for our next destination. From here, the safest method of travel is by dirigible. We should make for the landing once our preparations are complete. But we're riding in one of Kona's balloons? They can't be any worse than the ships, can they? Well, air sickness is a thing. Yeah, I'm just not gonna tell her that. Maybe we'll run into a stimmy.
Oh yeah, what is he doing?
Well, he was fighting the dude, and then he left. Like, he's not taking part in the riot succession. I think he's just here because he wants to be. The next flight to Yaktel will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs, and luggage inside the dirigible at all times. Well, if I don't wanna? Are we sure that thing will stay in the air all the way to Yaktel? Come on, Wilklamat. Are you ready? Bags packed, goodbye said. There's There's no going back once we lift off. Not that I'm nervous or anything, I'm just making sure that you're not nervous. Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Hey, will you hold my hand just until I've settled my nerves? Yes, Oklamat. You're the nicest person I've ever met, Ignis. I'll try not to crush your hands. There she is, third promise. Wait just a moment. Mablu and Topi, of course, I'll wait as long as you need. Sorry to delay you, but we were able to discover the origin of Kryle's earring. Is that so? You said before that it gained popularity in Dawntrail as a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right, we tracked down the elderly merchant to whom first sales are attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at market some 20 years ago. Little did he know that charming taste of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. A foreign mage wearing this earring could only be grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? One in Miqo'te, to where it seems you are already bound. What luck. Then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it mere coincidence that brought my grandfather here, or... yet another discovery to look forward to? Thank you both for coming all this way. Anything for the third promise. Good luck with the rest of the rite. Thanks, I won't let you down. I've just got aboard the ritual and I'm as good as there. Last call from passengers to Miqo'te. I really hope she wins. Miqo'te will test her mettle without a doubt. The next Dawn servant must be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be. Oh, is this where it's gonna take a turn for the angst?
Maybe. I'm guessing Keternam.
The fierce Shebral hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Miqo'te.
Well, it's very pretty.
Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named. It is here, where the Shebral and Mamulja once battled for dominance, that the rite of succession would reach its climax.
Are you all right?
I've never been good with heights.
The vegetation is far denser than in Kozamautka.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
A cenote?
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the earth, it became susceptible to erosion. Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble. So, don't take a tumble.
So he looks right at Wuklim.
It was one time.
Is the Shebral community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
So are we not going to meet the Vieira of this place?
I thought that would be the second one in this place.
Yeah. With thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you to keep someone in sight at all times.
Oh wow, look at the water.
Yeah. I can see a fish.
You can see straight through it. Oh my god, the fluffy thing.
Hold on a second. I see something.
Oh, to see something jumps off the bridge.
I want to see something.
It was just funny. I just turned around and just see you run off the bridge.
I wonder if we
Oh,
can...
are you trying to dive?
Yeah. It looks like we should be able to. If I remember how to dive.
I think it's control space.
Maybe I can't dive then. It looks like we should be able to. It looks pretty deep. I'm kind of disappointed I can't dive.
I kind of remember that happening when, like, the water just turns dark. Oh, look.
Oh yeah, I was like, look at the current. I'm kind of sad I can't dive. I wanted to see what it looked like.
The water's very pretty, though. Whoa, what was that mount?
It was something from
cool.
Boja. If you
Was
collected
it?
all the special like pages or whatever.
I've never seen that mount before.
It's yeah. It wasn't. Those pages aren't easy to get because I think a couple of them you could only get from the duels. Proxies up ahead. Let's be on our way. So it's basically an achievement mode.
Right. Oh, I see a city. Or village, or town, or whatever.
Settlement?
Settlement, good enough. Whoa.
That's a sinkhole if I ever saw one. Aaronville is not exaggerating about the sea notes. It would be a grueling ordeal to climb out of one. Well, thankfully we made it here without incident. Let's not dally any longer. What's the item level? 663? Oh, my relic's still better. Alright. Ready to head on in. Relative tardiness. Is there a time limit for this? The third promise on her retinue, I presume. You presume right. I seek the Dawn Servant's Elector. Then come and join us in the Garden of the Stars, at the village center. Everyone is waiting for you. Everyone? And who might that be? There's one way to find out. Come, let us follow him. And she said she was born here. Will that be the factor? Will that come up?
I would imagine.
Oh, there you guys are.
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
Shut up.
If I'd known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide, I wouldn't have bothered with Ligarmanda in the first place.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled, let us begin. My name is Hunmuruk. As Ibrash Rash, I have the honor of serving as elector on behalf of my people. As all 4 claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival. Third promise, if you would please join us.
Well, I wasn't gonna stand over there.
Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation. You must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
Well, that's
What?
interesting.
You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Be warned, only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner. Teams will be decided by lots. Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
Interesting.
12 forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jaja. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help.
Claimants, please present your colors. I have red. Blue. On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Red. Which means...
We're with Kona.
Together again, as fate would have it.
Honestly, I predicted that.
I was kind of...
Victory's as good as ours.
With our claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
What's the whole point of saying the Scions are going to compete if they keep sitting up in the same tier?
Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows. Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine. Shibruk Bibil.
You're going to have us cook.
Is this going to be like Kitchen Nightmares or something?
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
Sarah, shush. Nobody cares what you think.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living. So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along? But a leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future.
Ah, you were so close.
The rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques. Kitchens have been made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster. Let the feat of repast begin.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Bibil before. It's a lighter wonder.
Interesting. So what happens to the team that doesn't get keystones? Did they get to try again? Did they just not get keystones at all? Like, how's that work?
They steal ours.
How fortunate that this feat's unique stipulations have frustrated Bakul Jada's attempt to delay us. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just compete fairly? He's plenty strong and obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for the moment, allow me to express how glad I am for this opportunity to work together. As I see it, our team possesses a distinct advantage. Of course we do. Any team I want is bound to succeed. Precisely. You mean we have an advantage in numbers, yes. Our competition as a team is 6. The 2 claimants Sarel Jah and Bakul Jaja as lackeys. Whereas, as we are a team of 9, that's 3 more people we can mobilize. With the tasks we delegated, it should be a brisk affair to learn the recipe and assembly the necessary ingredients. Too easy. But we mustn't be overconfident, lest we make a careless mistake that could have been easily avoided. Our first order of business would be determining the recipe for Shibruk Bivil. We can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. Given the nature of this feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the Zabar al people. Let us gather here once we have seen what clues this village has to offer. What's the point of saying the Scions are going to compete if we just keep putting us in the same team?
It's gonna be a final death battle. We have to kill Dankred and Arianje.
We do not have to kill. Oh, sightseeing like you don't gotta kill nobody.
Numbers. These right in front of her.
Some entirely unfamiliar to you are nestled in the basket. That one's called miqo'te. We mostly use it to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine, but its medicinal benefits are significant as well. Okay, so that we definitely need that. Recipe for Zikr. I wish I could tell you, friend. A dish so delicious is meant to be shared. Alas, we are forbidden from divulging anything. Orders from Hunmu Rook himself. But your mentioning it has given me a fierce craving. I only hope there's still Ibruk be had at market. That wasn't a very subtle wink, my dude.
Yeah. Oh! They're fighting over here.
So what over where?
There's a brawl. Look at him. Look at him go. My money's on the red one. Look at him. He's kicking ass.
Nope. Okay, let's go. We ought to cut our losses and head to Malmuk. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think we won't tan our hides for leather if we dare to return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cut before. How difficult could it be a second time? What's up? Don't talk in the middle of the road. Weirdos.
Did I attune to this?
I'm not even sure I did. Nope.
It's not. What? Somehow clicked on the thing behind me.
Well, you know, I should probably repair. Spend a fair bit. Oh yeah, what's the gear look like here? Is it still... Oh, it's a Trojan gear. Ooh.
Oh,
it has 2 die channels.
Oh, cool.
Oh, how does it die?
I actually like that set.
Oh. You know, I could experiment with that. I might be back, Miss Merchant. A banana peel. A bright banana peel, apparently. An unusually colored banana peel has been neatly arranged on the ground, which appears to be smoking. Oh no, it appears I've gone and dropped my nodule. I mean, Jatika banana peel. I could barely see it for all the steam issuing from my underground oven. Oh, there's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. You guys aren't being subtle about this.
Yeah.
You're making it very obvious how to make this dish. So we need a certain spice. We need something from market. We need to cook it underground.
With steam and banana
With
peels?
steam and leaves and bananas, apparently. You guys are supposed to be subtle. You're not being subtle. Sorry, I'm back. What did we discover about Zirokpibil? True to your prediction, the villagers were forbidden from educating us directly. However, many were still preparing it as one might a staple dish, and observation of their techniques yielded clues enough. A lady blending local herbs and spices, only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while another confirming or denying any relation to Zirokpibil. But one in particular she attributed to all common Zabral dishes miqo'te, she called it. I see. Then, if Zirokpibil is indeed a dish as ubiquitous as Alfino claims, we have confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a cook bearing bundles wrapped in the leaf of a nodule, or banana, in certain localities. 'Twould seem the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. I saw the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles, don't you? As would be expected of a dish called Zirokpibil indeed. So to summarize, this dish is one of Ibruk flavored with a combination of spices that includes miqo'te and steamed underground with nodule or banana leaves. Given our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. As a staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand, which is why Thancred and I scouted the surrounding forest while you were all exploring the village. Between the local vegetation and wild Ibruk, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. Leave it to a master gleaner. With that, we should next divvy up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. I can help prepare the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require firewood, and I have some experience in the gathering.
Oh my god.
Alfie, now you need to let that go already. I too should be glad to volunteer my aid. Then the rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I am happy to lend someone to lead someone to suitable Ibruk if they will perform the requested deed. Alize? As for the Najul leaves, I believe I am capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find Najul in these parts. They only grow in Jaktika Heartland, forests far below these. Such an excursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first. This feat encourages our communication with the locals, after all. Namichi, Ignis, if you would accompany me on my errand. No better way to whet my appetite. Good, let us be about our tasks then. Come on, let's go and get those Najul leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. Did you level up again?
I did.
Yay! Let us see if there are Najul leaves to be had in town. Perhaps the cook around you mentioned might be persuaded to spare us a few. It's after 8 already.
Oh Jesus! How long have we been going? It was since 5 a.m. my time. It's 9 now.
Yeah, I started at 4 a.m.
16 hours. Jesus Christ!
Oh, being a gamer, awesome.
Oh man.
Oh, hello again. Did you need something? Najul leaves for purposes other than the build naturally. Unfortunately, I've just used up my last. You'll have to travel to the lower forest for more. Gold Majit Grove is the source of the finest Najul leaves you'll find. Wild variants you sometimes see in the city markets can't compare. I see. I had hoped to avoid such a lengthy venture, but if there's no other way to obtain our ingredient than to Jatika Heartland, we shall go. Allow me to save you a trip. Traveling there requires that you go through the Tinbeck Traverse, but it is caved in, due to the recent storm, I expect. What? But that means we can't get our Najul leaves. Well, we can, can't we? If there were no other way of procuring them, you would have suspended this feat, or else altered its objective. Perhaps. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption, but having overheard your conversation, I felt compelled to chime in. That's very kind of you. Any last-minute advice you'd be willing to share? Only to undertake the feat of repast with an empty stomach. You may find Zubruk Pabil to be delicious but daunting dish to finish. Can't wait. Still, if there are no leaves here, and we can't travel for more, how are we supposed to gather all our ingredients? These feats are meant to deepen our understanding of the peoples and cultures of Tuliyollal. So perhaps there is something about Zeebrugge Pabil that we have yet to learn. Something of significance other than its recipe or ingredients. Oh, I see. Like who was the first to make it, its history, that sort of thing. If it's Yuktel's history you're interested in, you should start with the old war. Between the Zral and the Mamuja, right? These forests have borne witness to centuries of warfare, the evidence of which remains a scar upon the earth. To know the end of that bloodshed is to know Zibruk Pabil. Huh? What does the Zibruk have to do with bloodshed? Precisely the question we must answer. Vexing though such a detour may seem, I can think of no other way to approach this feat. In that case, you may wish to visit the site of a settlement ruined by the war. The village of Ilion Asol. It lies a short distance to the east. Oops, I clicked through that. Fat fingered my mouse. What'd they say? The village. Okay, chooses. There's like a part of the map, like right here. I just want that big gap to go away. Thank you.
Whoa, almost fell. Whoa, watch your step. Necrosis? It's a flower.
It is a flower. Owie.
Fluffy thing.
I want a mount of that. The village of Ilion also must be further east. Let us continue with haste. For all we know, our competitors may be on our heels. I mean, I guess.
Oh, sinkhole.
Yeah, I saw that. There are a lot out here.
It said something about meteors falling. Does that relate to one of the calamities, maybe?
Maybe.
I forget what they all are, but I thought there was one with meteors, but I don't remember.
The calamities ravaged the entire world. Whether or not like Tyrell also called them calamities is anyone's guess.
Exactly.
They don't worship the same gods that the Orsians do. Well, there's one up here. Somewhere. It said east.
Oh, a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It said 198. Those are flying fish. Flying piranhas.
Whoa. Oh, it's right here.
Oh, by the flying piranha, of course.
Yeah, that's how I found it. I was looking at the fish.
So this is the village of Ilioaso, or what's left of it. It was a place of light and life. My great-grandfather called it home, in fact. Oh, hi. Hokevu, I didn't know you were in Yuktel. I was picking up lumber from Ikbrak when I heard the third promise was on her way to this site of deep historical significance. I immediately saw another opportunity to be of service, and so I followed you here. Look, Evie is a shipwright who came to our aid during the feat of reeds. A pleasure. You are a member of the Third Province's retinue, I presume. For the moment, I suppose I am. My name is Kona. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Kona. Now that's a good name. A familiar name. Where have I heard... Kona, as in the second province of Tuliyola. Oh no. Please take up your gun. Oh, come on, not this again. I take no offense, so please do not dwell on it. Alright then. I love that. I understand you wish to learn about Zubrik Pibil, but I'm forbidden by the Rocks to divulge any information regarding his preparation. I would be happy to share what I know of Yoctal's history. We'd appreciate that. In its most basic sense, the conflict between Zabral and Mamuja was one of land. The Mamuja live in the lower forest, where a thick canopy obscures the sun and the soil is unforgiving to crops. This drove them to covet the upper forest, the home of the Zerval, and they launched a determined campaign to seize it for themselves. Yet advantage ever favors higher ground, and the Zerval forces held the upper hand against the invaders, rebuffing them time and again. But as the statue of this village would attest, the tide eventually turned. What brought it about? Something you won't know all too well. Blessed siblings. You must understand. The Mamulja were once a people as much at war with themselves as they were with others. The Hubigo, Bunua, and Dopro each sought to assert dominance over the others, even as they engaged the Barl in battle. In an effort to strengthen bonds and discourage infighting, Hubigo and Bunwa leaders arranged a marriage between their children. However, this political measure altered the course of history in ways no one could have ever imagined. It was long believed that the partners of differing clans could not have children together. But then it happened. A child arrived who shared the blood of Hubigo and Bunwa both, a two-headed Mamulja. Blessed with tremendous physical strength and magical prowess, he grew into a mighty warrior, before eventually arising as the first Atach, ruler of all three clans. Such qualities would dispose anyone to leadership, character notwithstanding. Under the Atach rule, the newly united Mamulja became a force to be feared, and the war soon came to a head. I think it best you see the result firsthand. Let us visit another battlefield from that time, and there I shall continue the tale. Okay. Works for me. I do enjoy a good history lesson. Can you voice the next one, though?
Oh, you want me to take over?
No, I want that guy to take over.
Oh,
I want the
bring
game,
the voice acting
I want the
back?
game to voice act.
Compared to Endwalker, Endwalker had way more voice stuff.
It did have more voice acting, yes. Honestly, if I wasn't recording, I wouldn't read it out loud.
Yeah, I'll totally take over if your voice is gonna
No, I got it.
There he
This
goes.
is where most
Okay.
battles were fought between the Shabral and Mamulja, the Shobrit Cinderfield.
No, I won't make you struggle with the pronouncing the words like I've been.
A field of cinders, indeed.
I would just make up some, like...
How fierce
Dr.
their
Seuss
clashes
silly
must
word.
have been. The war over these lands began after the Yoqui's departure some 500 years ago. And for 4 centuries thereafter, the two enemies repaid violence with violence. A constant stream of minor skirmishes, punctuated by massive slaughter. Until Father ended their endless conflict 80 years ago. Accompanied by a retinue of only 6, the Dawn Servant opposed both armies and brought the fighting to a standstill.
First they sealed Valley Armanda at full strength, and now this.
It was during this armistice that both sides gathered for negotiations at the Dawn Servant's behest.
We don't got time for echo visions.
For too long, you have been bound by your ancestors' violent legacy. It is past time you broke free of it.
Tell that to the Scale Scum! We fight to protect what is rightfully ours! If not for their greed, we'd be living in peace!
Buff your tails and scurry off, then! Cowards like you ill-deserve the bounty of this forest.
Even should one of you succeed in vanquishing the other, your triumph will last only until a new invader arrives. Tell me, do you know of the vast continent that lies far to the east, where numerous nations vie for dominance? You do not. And why should you? Affairs beyond the salt we have no intention to cross are of no consequence to us. Not until those affairs come to Tural, like our honored visitor here.
He's from across the ocean.
I've been to the ocean before, and it's nothing but water farther than the eye can see. What sort of vessel could possibly reach its end?
That such technology exists is indisputable, as is foreign powers' awareness of Tural. If any such country were to develop a taste for Turali soil and bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine, what do you suppose happens then? You do not know the warlords of the East, but you know that if they came, they would not settle for a single forest. By joining hands, we might create a unified front, an alliance capable of repelling them or any other foe. There is no greater proof of these than my companions and I. Alone we are weak, but together we triumphed over Valigarmanda.
What? You defeated the Sky Ruin? I'd take you for a liar if the sting of our own defeat wasn't still fresh.
Their coordination was indeed impressive. How the Pelu stymied our efforts to cripple the Yokui's legs and defend our ballistas. And when we withdrew to strike again from a distance, the Hanu called the winds to make our arrows miss their marks. In seeking to exploit their weaknesses, we only subjected ourselves to their strengths.
Those strengths are born of cooperation. The guiding principle of the nation we envision.
But our feud has lasted for centuries. How do you expect us to join hands now?
Ha ha! Give us an evening to convince you.
Interesting.
And so began that legendary banquet.
One would not expect sworn enemies to abruptly drink to each other's health, and, indeed, a tense silence hung over the venue. But then, the Dawn servant called for the exchange of traditional cuisine. So it was that the Mamulja partook of spiced meat, and the Chebral steamed Najul. Before long, delight manifested upon the faces of those present, each side impressed by the other's dish. Seeing this, the Dawn servant laughed and declared once more, their flavors, he said, would be even better combined, and he proceeded to help them prepare the new creation.
That's Shibruk Pibil, I'd wager.
It is a marriage of Chebral and Mamulja cultures, and proof of their newfound cooperation. The Dawn servant had asked for a single evening, but the feasting is said to have lasted 3 days and 3 nights. So delicious was their repast. In the end, a peace accord was reached, and the Dawn servant's words at that time still illuminate our way forward.
Ignorance begets a strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Sorry. It's just to think that he ended an age-old conflict with food. It's all so absurd. It's somehow so very papa, I couldn't help but laugh.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Now then, I trust you understand the significance of Shibruk Pibil and the history it has written.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the story with us. What's wrong? Someone was there, you say?
Perhaps our competition is cooking up some scheme or another.
Something bitter and half-baked, no doubt.
I don't know. It didn't look like one of them from the little we saw. Papa really did live up to his words. He traveled the land and learned about our people's myriad cultures. And we're doing the same now. Look, Evu has given us valuable insight into the origins of Shibruk Pibil. However, there are some locals breaking necessary nodule leaves unless... Tell me, was the historic feast commemorated in some fashion? At the monument, for instance? Indeed it was. Allow me to show you. We're not going to steal from some shrine, are we?
Oh, shrine bananas. Those probably taste the most delicious. When do we get the corn minion?
Oh, I can't actually jump down there. That's actually kind of lame.
Did you try to jump down there? Oh my
See
god.
if I could.
How are you gonna get back?
Teleport.
Oh, I guess.
Here it is. Offered up by the two factions, these weapons symbolize their vow that they would never again raise arms against each other. Since this feat demands a journey through history, I thought it only logical that a monument like this might steer us true. Especially when at the heart of some significant battlefield. Namichi, Ignis, would you help me search this area for clues? Tell me if anything catches your eye. Sure thing. Look here, the soil has been recently overturned. Oh, someone buried a box. Well, I would have been satisfied to find only a hint, but here they are, fresh nodule leaves. Humaruk's doing, I'd wager. There's a poetry in hiding them on this battlefield, given that it was central to the war they helped end. So he planned all this from the start. Thank you again, Wakabu. We wouldn't have found these leaves without your help. It was my honor to render assistance. And with apologies to present company, allow me to offer my encouragement as well. Third promise. Ever since I witnessed your performance in the feat of reeds, I have been certain that you were the claimant most worthy of leading our nation. I'll devise solutions to the Hanu's ailing crops. But you alone sought to know their culture and revive Ihihana, even if it seemed unrelated to your task. In my humble opinion, no one cares more for the people of Tuliolal and what they hold dear. Should you again require the historical musings of an old shipwright, I am ever at your service. For now, I take my leave. I cannot argue with that. We have what we need. Let us return to Eekbrook. Why are we always glaring at Kona? Am I missing something? Thancred Nurianje glaring at him, sometimes we're glaring at him. Am I missing something? He seems like a good kid.
He's gonna end up getting killed during the tournament.
No, I don't think they would kill him off, but he'll probably get injured. It's always the overprotected ones. And for all Square Enix's good storytelling, they can be a little predictable at times. I'm glad we were successful. The others should be back soon, I expect. I hope so. I'm famished. Where is it? There it is. Right behind me. How did everyone fare? We got the nodule leaves. Wook Evu came along and helped us find them. Wook Evu was here. I would have liked to say hello. Yes, he gave us an important history lesson. That Gulal Jaja brought an end to centuries of warfare surprises me little, but to achieve said peace through cuisine is something else entirely. Leave it to my old man to find the oddest of solutions. But how about the rest of you? Is our kitchen ready? Everything should be in order. Ryanje and I made another tour of the village and borrowed the cooking utensils we needed, with no mention of what we needed them for, of course. And I am pleased to report that we are stocked with the finest firewood this forest had on offer. Spoken like a true expert. Aaronville and I found our Ibruk, and we should have meat aplenty. It was a spirited creature, so much so that its hunter fell down a cenote trying to catch it. What part of never speak of this to anyone did you not understand? I picked a good portion of local herbs with particular attention to the seeds that yield akiot. I'm told our resident astrologian divined the appropriate measurements for the seasoning as well. Aye. Through further inquiry did I determine the ideal balance of spices. Then all that remains is to prepare the dish itself. I presume that at least one among us is versed in culinary arts? I can hardly claim profound skill, but I have cooked for myself. You can leave the rest to me. And you, I hope. As I recall, you were an accomplished culinarian. What level is my culinarian? I don't think I got it that high.
Yeah, mine's 90.
Okay, well, see, you're here, so it's fine. I like when they bring up the other jobs you leveled, though.
Yeah.
I think the only crafters I had at max level were Weaver and Carpenter. I was still working on the other ones.
Oh, it smells so good.
Good, there is still time. I shall prepare our sample at once.
At first, I wasn't sure about being stuck with the one head. But better that than playing nanny to the mewling house cat.
Be quiet, Bakul Jaja. No one cares what you think.
Finally, someone said it.
Huh. Act tough all you like. Victory will be ours.
It's ready. Apologies for the wait. We submit to you our Shibruk Pibil.
This looks amazing!
The dish is prepared by using the culinary techniques of the Mamulja to cook the spiced meats favored by the Jabral. It is a symbol of peace between their two peoples after centuries of war.
Both the ingredients and your methods appear to have been correct. Now then.
It's a taco. He put the whole thing in his mouth.
Jesus.
Was it that small or?
In taste, texture, and aroma, you have recreated Shibruk Pibil admirably. Granted, anyone might well achieve similar results by following the recipe to the letter. But you went a step further. You sought to learn the cultural significance of the dish, about Yoktel's history of violence and your father's role in ending it. Your willingness to take lessons from the past befits aspiring Dawn servants. And for that, I commend you. All that remains is to partake of your creation. True understanding is gained only through experience.
Now this is something I'm definitely good at.
Ahem. I believe we have yet to receive our assessment. Ours is also a faithful example of Shibruk Pibil, as you will no doubt agree.
I hate this guy. I hate him. I hate the two-headed one. You were having a moment and he ruined it.
I see.
Oh dear.
While your effort looks the part, unlike the second and third promises dish, it lacks its defining aroma.
Preposterous! The meat was marinated and spiced before being steamed in an earthen oven. This is Shibruk Pibil.
Oh? And what about the Jatika banana leaf?
It's because of you that we couldn't get any damn leaves! You can't fault us!
But the second and third promises had no such difficulty, did they? That which they needed, they acquired simply by showing interest in our history and heritage.
Ugh, it's just some crusty old leaf. What difference could it make?
Your dish lacks an essential ingredient. As you have failed to demonstrate an adequate understanding of Shibruk Pibil, I must deem your performance unsatisfactory. Your team will not receive keystones.
This was stupid anyway.
He's taking this well.
His ambition only grows more intense. That someone could harbor such dark thoughts towards family.
What do I care for this sham of a feat? I can always take what I need later.
This is delicious! The brook is so tender it melts in your mouth, and the way the najou leaf rounds out these spices is sublime. This is the taste of harmony. Someone who only knows brute force and deception could never appreciate it.
Choke on your harmony.
So, what? Do they get to try again?
Come. Finish your meal. That too is part of the feat.
You don't have to tell me twice. Ah, that was bliss. You've got real culinary talent. If you ever tire of adventuring, you can always be my personal chef.
It was palatable enough, I suppose.
Gonna shut up.
To you, who have successfully performed the feat of repast, I present these keystones.
Only 1 feet left.
Well, I should get going then. I'm glad that I, wasn't paired with one of the others.
We can do better than that, surely.
The 6th keystone is ours. Thanks for all your help, everyone. I forgot something important. Was there any shipbook people left? I could really use another helping.
That was so good. I'm already looking forward to having the reveal all over again. Here, Ignis. Cryle made more using leftover ingredients. You'll love it. I'm thinking to buy more of the robe myself. Now that the feast of repast is over, the villagers should be free to offer it to us, right? Oh, it's a housing item. That's what that was.
That's good.
Whew. Seeing as we now face the penultimate objective of the rite, it would be wise to travel to Malmuk and undertake the feat of Brotherhood without delay. Wise, yes, but impossible. The Tayenvik Traverse, which connects the upper forest to the Jatika heartland, is still impassable. Is there no other route? I'm afraid not. Work to clear the path is underway, though, so I'm hopeful we can resume our journey soon. Then let us each use this time as we see fit. Everyone would like to explore the village's surrounds if Arabelle would oblige me with a tour. Very well, I have no other engagements. Then I'll come with you, if only to prove that I am capable of keeping my footing. Though I shouldn't rejoice in our delay, it does afford me an opportunity to look into my grandfather's purported visit to Yoctel. Oh, that's right. Mablu did say something about a foreign mage coming through here decades back, didn't she? I'll come with you. Want to join us, Ignis? Let us reconvene here after our respective diversions. As I recall, the merchant met my grandfather at a market in Yoctel some 20 years ago. And who might reliably remember him must therefore be at least middle-aged. Let us make inquiries right here where we can. I have to make inquiries tomorrow, Cryle. I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm really feeling the fatigue.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd say we made decent progress.
We made incredible progress.
Ugh.
94. We're still only 94, which is like we got one key left, and
yep,
we're only at 94.
The story's about to take a turn for the worst. I can feel it.
Yeah.
The RPG senses are kicking in.
Yeah, when things go like too well, you know that's like a bad sign.
Yep, and Zorlja is not happy with what just happened, so that's gonna come bite us in the butt.
Yeah. We gotta yoink our keystone back, though.
We'll get it eventually. Alright, well. I don't plan to get up as early tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess just
That looks like the queue isn't too bad this time around, so.
No, it's not.
So I guess we'll continue tomorrow then.